How's it going, people? In today's video we're going to see how a mid-level tablet handles media consumption. So I managed to get my hands on a Samsung Galaxy Tab 3. This is the 7-inch version, and I just want to see how it handles an everyday YouTube, or just someone that really enjoys watching movies and YouTube on the go. So if we look around this device, you can see it's actually pretty slim, it's pretty lightweight as well, and it's pretty much the perfect size, between 7 and 8 inches. So this tablet happens to be a 7-inch model. Now in terms of media production, this thing pretty much falls apart. I mean, it does have a 3.2 megapixel camera on the back, but the quality that comes from that camera is just terrible. But in terms of using this as a media consumption device, it's actually pretty good. I mean, it houses a 7-inch screen with a resolution of 600 by 1024, so the PPI isn't massively high, it's only 170 pixels per inch, but it's still more than adequate for your average YouTuber. Now some of you might think that this is actually a bit too small to become a media consumption device. It's only just slightly bigger than the LG G2, for example, which is what I use, but the actual size when you're actually watching something back is actually pretty significant. And for me, it's actually the sweet spot between portability and a decent experience. Now, being an Android tablet, you've got a wealth of applications to download. Some of them will be tablet optimized, some of them won't be, but all the big players will be on there, such as IMDb, Netflix, YouTube, etc. And this is where this tablet shines. In terms of watching video back, it actually handles it really well. Colours are nice and deep and vibrant, and video playback is very smooth. Also, sound quality isn't actually too bad. If I just play this for a little bit and you see what I mean. So as you can see, the sound was actually pretty decent for a mid-level tablet. I mean, you can pick this tablet up for about £100, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. It fluctuates quite a bit in price, but around about the £100 mark, it's actually pretty decent. Don't think it feels cheap either. Even though this is an all plastic construction, it actually feels pretty rigid and pretty solid in the hand. And because it is plastic, it does actually stay pretty cool to the touch. After I've been using this for 10-20 minutes of video playback, you can see it actually stayed reasonably cool. So basically, can this tablet handle media consumption? Yes, it can, quite easily. Now in terms of if you start pushing it a little bit more and start trying to game with it, it can struggle at times. You've got to remember, this is only a dual-core 1.2 GHz processor with 1 GB of RAM. It handles the basic gaming absolutely fine, stuff like Temple Run 2, but as soon as you start pushing it towards a lot more labour-intensive games such as Real Racing 3, you can see quite a few dropped frames, and you lose that butteriness and that smoothness from gameplay. I've also noticed a bit of a performance issue with browsing. Some labour-intensive websites can cause the actual Chrome browser to crash a little bit and freeze up a little bit, but that's only very rarely that happened. Overall, as a media consumption device, this tablet is right up there with some of the best. It's a great pick up and go tablet, easy to store away, and thanks to the micro SD card slot, you could actually put a 64 GB memory card in there and fill it up with your favourite movies. To see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one.